Hello, my name is LNIX, and I'm going to be giving a presentation on analyzing the statements of cash flow for the company Pepsi and Company. On the agenda today, I'm going to do an introduction. We're going to talk about sources of cash, how PepsiCo uses cash, identifying differences in the statements, and then look at PepsiCo's financial strengths and their weaknesses. Okay, let's jump into it. So PepsiCo is a multinational corporation that's spanning its products across the globe. Running a billion-dollar enterprise requires management and investors to keep a close eye on the cash flow. By analyzing the company's statement of cash flow, it provides management and its investors an insight into PepsiCo's financial health. The statement of cash flow breaks down the intake and output of cash into three segments: operating, investing, and financing. By breaking the cash flow into these three segments, managers can see where the cash is coming in and where it's leaving and can show any activity that needs further investigation. This presentation will give you a glimpse into PepsiCo's cash flow by examining the sources of cash intake, how they use the cash, looking at the differences between net income and cash, and reviewing financial strengths and weaknesses. Sources of cash. So Pepsi ultimately receives cash from three blanket sources: operating activities, or investing activities, and financing activities. Operating activities shows money that is brought in from the day-to-day activities such as selling bottles and other products. The operating activities also include employee wages and suppliers. Investing income sources could come from acquiring long-term investments, such as the acquisition of other businesses and the sale of properties or products, and investing and divesting in stocks. Financing sources of cash can be from obtaining debts, such as financing a new building instead of using cash to buy, and the repurchase of stocks. By knowing where the cash is flowing into and out of can help find deficits and identify areas of success and needs. Net income is the total amount of cash left after all debts and wages are paid. It's the bottom line on cash on hand. Cash is provided the ca- or cash provided is the cash used to fund the daily operating activities, such as the cash used to pay employee wages. So what's the difference? There are two ways to create a cash flow statement. So the first is the direct method, which uses receipts on hand to find the net income. Using basic math, managers can find the net income based off information received. The indirect method uses the income statement, and adjustments are made for non-cash purchases and non-operating expenses and gains. The big difference listed is timing. For example, if you go to the grocery store and purchase a bottle of Pepsi, you walk over to the register and you pay cash for it. That sale is recorded as the direct method. However, if you go back and purchase that bottle under store credit, then that's going to show as a promise to pay, but no guarantee that that person will be back. If that person comes back and pays on time, then great. But what if they are late or no shows? Then that information is listed on the indirect cash flow statement because adjustments can be made. So why do we not just report net income without adjustments? Because with the allowed adjustment, it paints a picture of the company's financial health and not just if a company is profitable or not. Looking at PepsiCo's cash flow statement from the year 2024, it shows that the company's operating activities is where the company is the strongest because the value reflects a positive balance versus the investing and financing activity lines that reflect a negative. This means that PepsiCo's strength is in its products that they sell, as well as maintaining operating costs and reducing excess spending, such as poor work processes and not efficient movement of the products. Potential investors can see that this is where the PepsiCo is shining and can compare the years to see if growth or decline occurs. So there are two negative balances on the cash flow statement: investing activities and financial activities. Out of the two of the financial activities, there's the greater loss at negative or yes, 7,556 million. As a manager, this is where I would turn some focus to see if this could be improved. The investing activity shows a negative balance and needs to be investigated, as well as why the company is losing money in these areas. In conclusion, the cash flow statement can offer a lot of information regarding PepsiCo's financial health. It can show where the company's strengths and weaknesses lie, as well as tell managers, investors how the cash is flowing in and out of any potential trends. It gives a clear picture on the company's overall financial health. Thank you for watching.